عزیزان میدونم روزی که داره این ویدیو منتشر میشه جوریه که شاید به خودتون بگید آقا دروغ 13 و این چرت و پرتاست. حقیقتشو بهتون بگم، من یک آیتمی حاضر کرده بودم که احتمالاً نذارمش، دیرتر بذارم سر کارتون بذارم، اونم ریمیک انیمه توکیو غول بودش، اما این ویدیو سریع ربطی به اون نداره، تایمش فقط از شانس ما خورده به این تایم. من خواهش میکنم که گوش بدید و بدونید که اسپویلی همین جریانات نداره و همین. اگه شما اتک تایتان رو دوست دارید هم میتونید ببینید. منم یک مشکلی برای دوربینم الان پیش اومد، احتمال داره تصویرم روی صفحه نباشه، ولی خب امیدوارم 13 تا به در باشه، سریع براتون بذارم و گوش بدید. قبل از اینکه بخوام شروع بکنم یک اشاره‌ای بکنم، این بیشترش اکثر چیزی که میشنوید صحبتی هستش که من نکردم و با وایس چنجر با صدای فرد دیگری پخش شده، حالا با صدای آشنایی پخش شده، کاری به اون نداریم. اما جریان چی بوده؟ آقا سر بحث ایوئیه. یه ویدیو من درست کردم، نمونه فارسیش هم در راه، بحثی بود که در مورد موضوع ایوئی بود، اینجور مسائل بود و یه عکسی بود که میگفتن لیک شده. حالا اکثر رو کاری بهش ندارم، اکثر رو صفحه براتون کلا نمیذارم چون اسپویل چیز هستش، بحث اسپویل نیست. البته بازم متوجه نمیشید، نه ببینید کاری نداره، متوجه نمیشین چی بوده. خلاصه حالا اون ویدیو انگلیسی من خوب ویو خورد به نسبت، حالا بهتر نمیتونست ویو بخوره، هنوزم داره ویو میخوره، 2 روز گذشته. من اگه یادتون باشه خیلی عقب‌تر سر هایکیو یه مورد من فقط گفتم ریز که افرادی من میشناسم که حالا ژاپن هستن، یه سری کانکشن اینور اونور دارن، رو صفحه براتون میذارم. من تلاشمو خیلی وقت بود داشتم میکردم، یه ارتباطی برقرار شد با یک بنده خدایی که فریلنس کار میکرده روی فاینال سیزن اتک، کار میکرده که قبلا بوده. طبیعتا نمیتونم بگم کیه، نمیتونیم بگیم کیه. کاری که انجام دادین دوستانی بود که در مورد اون عکسی که گذاشته بودن که رو صفحه براتون میذارم و اگه نخوندید مانگا رو هم حتی نگران نباشید، شما متوجه نمیشین چیه و حتی اسپویل هم نیستش، حساب نمیشه و ما هم نمیدونیم چیه حقیقتش رو بخوایم. در مورد این صحبت کرده، تایید کرده و توضیح داده چه اتفاقی افتاده که این لیک اصطلاحاً اتفاق افتاده. در طول صحبت ها یک سری اشارات به کلماتی مثل NDA میبینید که میشه نان دیسکلوزر اگریمنت، یعنی قراردادی که شما دارید که چیزی رو لو ندید و اینه چیزی که هستش. صدا با وایس چنجره و خودتون گوش بدید و متوجه میشید که چه خبر بوده. کانتکستش هم همین بود، یک عکسی اومده بود که در موردش کامل انگلیسی صحبت کردم، حالا فارسی هم ویدیوشو میذارم و بفرمایید.
So this is what actually happened. I was a freelancer that helped on some of the work on Shingeki no Kyojin final season, but due to some problems with the colleagues there, I had to stop cooperating altogether. This is not to say that I did not enjoy working with everyone, and especially with Hayashi-sensei, one of the brightest and most caring individuals I have had the pleasure of working with in the anime industry. But 2 colleagues in particular, one of them being my senior, really made the working conditions there difficult for me, so I had to part with the team even though I was reluctant to do that. Please do remember that the team working on Shingeki no Kyojin final season are doing their best to bring you the utmost and best experience you could possibly have. Maybe I was not too accustomed to the stress that such a carefully crafted anime would require of us. Even Hayashi-sensei has some rough days himself, and some have even pointed out how tired he was looking during his recent appearances, which is due to the fact that he would stay out very late and even after most of us have left in order to review the work that has been done and smoothen our workload. And please, I'm not speaking up in order to cause commotion for the team and sensei, but I want to clarify some things that I have recently seen, and you will understand why I had to give you a detailed background of why I left the team. Before continuing, I want to congratulate you for finding the many hints that Isayama Sensei left in his masterpiece about how he would proceed with Attack on Titan. We have had the pleasure of seeing Hajime Isayama in person, and I have heard from Hayashi Sensei that he is fully aware of the many speculations about his work and how it could differ from the manga. Sadly, though, some of the animators working on this masterpiece prefer the work to end after the next episode, but that's something I will come back to later on. The issue that made me leave the team is the fact that around August 2022 a major leak happened, and the higher-ups started receiving anonymous messages that demanded money in order to not publish some storyboard of the next parts of Attack on Titan that we had been working on. The CGI department was the most immune to this leak, and that made the suspicion to fall on most of the freelancer animators that were hired to help. Hayashi-sensei and the vast majority of our colleagues were completely calm and composed about the issue at hand, but some of the higher-ups demanded the leak source to be identified. Due to the NDA that we all were part of, a leak would mean criminal charges for us. At the end, the source was not identified, but it served to vilify some of us that had been working there, especially the freelancers. This created friction and slowed the production of the anime to some degree, and that had a huge impact considering that at the moment work is being done on a special episode that will air in the months to follow, and the committee is very serious about information about it not being leaked so the marketing plan would work fully. This context is needed to understand the information I'm providing you today. In between the work stress we had to endure and the leak incident, during a lunch session, a few of us were discussing the future plans that Isayama Sensei and Mappa had for Attack on Titan, and one of my superiors that actually prefers the ending that you have all read by now overheard us and got suspicious of us. After this incident, we would all receive higher workloads and have to make corrections on our works by a higher rate. Sadly, I cannot divulge the exact work I was doing since it would reveal my identity and result in legal action. As you might have guessed by now, the image that surfaced on the forum was part of the leak that happened. The very same one that to this day no one knows how it happened and who did it, but resulted in tense working conditions. I'm not a Reddit user myself, but it came to my attention that 2 of the leaked images have been in circulation and there has been much debate about their authenticity. With all due respect to Hayashi and Isayama Sensei, I would like to confirm the authenticity of both of these images and ask you to continue supporting the amazing talents working on your favorite series. One of these images showcases Eren overlooking his past self in front of a grave. The image in question was first leaked in a Japanese forum, but supposedly the production committee successfully took it down in September, but it did surface a few months after that, and that Mappa was particularly harsh in shutting the leak down since the image was of the latter parts and an iconic one at that, which had been foreshadowed in a music video for Shinji no Kyojin long ago, but that somehow many have had very different interpretations of it than what it actually entails. This one image in particular was drawn by Isayama Sensei himself. Hayashi Sensei corroborated this, and I personally was not present and did not see it by my own eyes, and it being leaked lowered the overall morale of the team, which somehow seems to have made Isayama Sensei happy. After learning about the incident and seeing the discussions about how Attack on Titan will end, Isayama Sensei supposedly was glad, even though he is still being bullied online because of the choices he made for his own work. But seeing how fans around the world had noticed the hints he had left over the years made him happy and more engaged with the production tasks, which is how we would get to see him more than the colleagues that were present during the production of the parts before this and the next ones. Rumors were that Isayama Sensei himself did not care about the leak since he already had left enough hints in his work, so a major surprise wouldn't easily happen, but the production committee's marketing plan for the special anime episode that is in the making would require the utmost secrecy in order to have the most impact and bring in the most revenues possible. Now these are rumors, but there had been speculation on part of the team that maybe some of the Japanese and English speaker users online insisting on the ending of the published manga being the end of the series were and are in reality biased or hired by the production committee in order to keep the reality under wraps and boost sales when the big reveal is finally carried out. I personally cannot confirm or deny these rumors, but some even referred to popular forums on the Reddit social platform and some popular Twitter accounts as part of this supposed plan. I do remind you that these rumors, even if proven to be true, should not be used to badmouth the hard-working people doing their best even at this moment in order to give you the best experience possible as fans of Isayama Sensei's masterpiece. Please do keep this in mind while discussing and taking in this information. Finally, I want to ask you all to continue supporting the amazing team behind Attack on Titan and give them the morale necessary in order to move forward and make the latter parts a reality for you to enjoy. I do wish you all best of luck and hope you have fun inhaling the hopium you have been so thoroughly inhaling so far. Also, fuck you Remika Brain is. Real Chad Ship Gene with the